What if you could build something that feels like it came out of a storybook? A little bit of plastic, not pre-assembled, but something real, mechanical, something you bring to life with your own hands. This is the ROKR Cuckoo Clock Mechanical 3D wooden puzzle, and I'll be honest, this one was great. Because at first glance it just looks like a model, a really detailed one sure, but it's still just a model. Until you open the box. Inside it's not just parts, it's a process. Hundreds of precisely cut wooden pieces, each one labeled, organized, and waiting. And right away you realize this isn't something you rush. This is something you settle into. There's something different about working with wood like this. It's not forgiving in the way plastic is. You feel the grain, you feel the resistance, every piece matters. And as you start assembling, you begin to see the story take shape. Not just the clock, but a tiny little world. A cottage tucked in the woods, a water wheel slowly turning, layers of detail that don't scream for attention, but reward you when you notice them. It's the kind of design that makes you pause and think, someone really cared about this. Now as the build goes on, things start getting more interesting because this isn't about putting pieces together, it's about understanding how they work together. Gears begin to stack, linkages start to connect, and slowly this pile of flat wooden sheets turns into something mechanical, something living. And I'll tell you right now, it's not all smooth sailing. At one point I got a little too confident and pushed a piece just a bit too far and snap. Yeah, it broke. And for a second, you kind of just sit there thinking, well, that's it. But honestly, that's part of the experience. A lot of troubleshooting, because this isn't a toy, it's a project. So I grabbed some Satellite City CA glue, carefully lined the pieces back up, hit it with a quick fix. And just like that, we're back in business. No drama, no setback, just part of the process. And in a weird way, it actually makes it feel more real. As you keep building, you start to notice something else happening. You're slowing down. You're not checking your phone, you're not rushing to finish, you're just building. Piece by piece, step by step, and there's something really satisfying about that. Then comes the moment where everything starts to come together. The internal mechanism is in place, the gears are aligned, the pendulum is mounted, you give it that first bit of motion and suddenly, it moves. Not electronically, not digitally, mechanically. Every gear turning another, every moment driven by something you assembled yourself. And then there's the cuckoo, that little tiny detail that somehow becomes the star of the whole thing. Because when the mechanism hits just right, out it comes. The door opens, the bird pops out, and just like those classic clocks, it calls. It's one of those moments that just makes you grin a little, because it works. Not kind of works, not close enough, it actually works. But what really sets this apart is the way it looks when it's done. This isn't something you build and then stick on a shelf or forget about. This becomes a centerpiece. The little cottage, the moving water wheel, the soft lighting built into it, it feels alive. Like a tiny scene frozen in time, but still moving, still ticking. And that's where the magic of this really hits. Because it's not just about the finished product, it's about the experience of getting there. The patience, the small mistakes, the little victories along the way. Even that broken piece you had to fix. All becomes part of the story. And by the end, when everything is assembled, everything is moving, and everything is working, you don't just see a clock. You see the time you put into it. You see the process, you see the work. And that's something you don't really get with most things anymore. So yeah, this is the ROKR Cuckoo Clock Mechanical 3D wooden puzzle. It's detailed, it's challenging, it's a little delicate at times. But more than anything, it's rewarding. Because when it's all said and done, you don't just build a model. You build something that feels like it came out of a story. And somehow, it's ticking away on your shelf. This would also be a great centerpiece for a table because all sides have something interesting. So have fun, pick out your next model, and take your time and build something.